Nyankopɔn ase. Ejide say omo maka na so no nyame adom obi ahoye.
Nyame adom.
Ede nyame ase.
President, you be starting interview na the medical can say ahoho say wajatum say anopai. Obefire so na one Ghana for dodo na omutie in Nhyira FM. Etimi edi nkomonti yeda wase bebre.
So me for the opportunity.
First of all, may I sure pass your ball Afcon 2021 na Ghana ye free mu acquire your fast so free mu no. Ene de odi share history mu a standing for the Blasters no. One Ghana for bebre di nkomo a ebufo bebre hwe o makoma mu. And say oba Asante region onim say yemfa ye football eni agro. President, with this opportunity, a dear now be catch Kumasi mine any Ghana for the way I free every Afcon no. I show more before now I'm over some TBB every the GFA president.
Well, very kind. Nhyira o panel o team in our studio on Nhyira FM. Nhyira Ghana for ya. I'm saying Blasters if you come here with a single ambition, say, you're competitive and to fight for glory and honor for their country. Unfortunately, after the end of the first round, table 9 says Ghana want to me to progress to the next stage of the competition. And since 2006, this has been the worst performance of any Blasters team at an Afcon. But the last time Blasters came into me and go beyond the group stage and was in 2006. Incidentally, that was the same year I'm qualified for the World Cup. And if you see, I mean, and this is not what we want. Blasters deserve to be with the very best to the very end and hopefully to win the trophy. And Kosisa, it's most unfortunate. We are very sad. Each member of the 28-man team, I'm talking about the players, very, very sad. And we wholeheartedly apologize for this outcome of the team. But that's not what we set out to achieve. And we say, as a member as we are, it's important for us to be honest to ourselves, look deep, and find the right levels of energy to come back.
Oh, okay. Mr. President, with the apology to Ghanaians from Wankasa Nkasa as the leader of the FA, any players in the technical team, what Ghanaians really want to find out if we were and they say, what generally went wrong?
Sister Station say it's very difficult to, at this very second, say exactly what went wrong. Because obviously, as the norm demands, you wait for reports from the medical department, from the technical team, and the head coach, from the management, etc., etc. But what is true, they say Ghana aren't qualified beyond the group stage. That is the truth, and there cannot be any other truth beyond that. Young qualified beyond the first round of the competition. If it's about the players. I think Coach Milovan excellently is the best available Ghanaian players who truly dedicated themselves to the cause. On the pitch, they gave up their optimum. It didn't work out. And these things do happen in life. Which are prepared very well for exams. We're questions as well. When you pass mark, you have to own up and say, look, yes, it didn't happen.
Mr. President, talking about preparations, at a point in time, our tournament, and I say our Cameroon, Milovan Rajovac, not or expressing concerning the kind of preparations are or no as the head of the technical team, any team no, ahead of this competition, and Ojidi said we're not enough time, and to me I'm prepared. So, what share general preparations are from the appointment of Milo, the time and no. Baby, the players are afraid. Baby, a core campaign, the beef up to the technical team. Did we have, in your estimation, the best of preparations towards Afcon here Yakobo and saying president?
Well, in terms of um, the timing of arrival of Milo or somebody else needed to arrive at that time. And the decision was taken that we'll go with Milo at that time. It was necessary for us to depart from the previous leadership of the Tinker team. And we stayed with that decision. And Milo arrived. But what is also true, they say, Oshe, the news calendar of FIFA and CAF for honoring of international games, my preparations are very, very difficult, especially for national teams that any regular playing personnel like ours. The national team is going through phase of development. Dosha, several competition, let's say Afcon qualifiers and World Cup qualifiers, Thursday. The last players arrive on a Tuesday and on Monday, and then you need to fly, arrive, and train for the game. And throughout, over training 2 days full training. That's not a competitive game. It makes it difficult. In the time past, this was never the situation. Now, during the preparatory period for Afcon, the preparations by all Afghan countries will go through smoothly. And then there was the directive from FIFA. So clubs are allowed to keep their players up to the 3rd or 4th of January. Again, it completely destroys the training programs of everybody. Now, the next question will be, Ghana Nkwana a training 4 days for tournament? The answer is yes and no. Ghana, a new coach and needed more time to train. Other countries may have stable leadership in the technical direction of the teams. So they may have gotten used to the teams already. They could have had good training already. They could have played all the Afcon qualifications already. So they may have a stable national team. Okay. Yes, situation was slightly different. We had a new man who had to work within the short period to lead the Black Stars. And this he did to the playoffs and then to the Afcon. But unfortunately, it didn't show at the Afcon. And we have to own up and say, look, we didn't do well. We sincerely apologize. But let's come back home and let's look at the entire operations and see how we can make it much better and to make Ghanaians happy.
President, sir, would see the commentary around Milo performance now?
Yeah.
And the analysis of timing now, to prepare the team. The very example about Obiajunumu, Austin the governor of Nigeria, the timing of the appointment and Nigeria getting 9 maximum points out of the group stages, Then it comes back to say, is Milo competent or he is not?
Okay.
The committee now would say to appoint Milo.
I think again, I'll come back to the answer number one. I'll say I go on a new trainer. But look at the Nigerian team. The personnel there, the intangible assets are the same. Over the last 2 years, it's almost the same squad. They have a team. And they have a new manager. Our team was going through phases. Look at the number of new players in the team, and we have a new manager. I'm not holding brief, okay, but I'm going to speak to facts. The facts of the matter is that our situation may be distinctively distinct from Alaka for Nigeria for and Gambia and Sierra Leone, okay. The fact of the matter is that Yanyade or Afcon, but it's also true, say, with our head coach and our thinker had not enough time with our team. And so, in fact,
President, what really convinced you from the report of the committee now? What say and say Milo was good enough? Because people are saying say after he left Ghana, Oshe Juma Okoye ya Bibi anyone na they say Milo was good enough for the second coming of the Black Stars. What convinced you as the president? Say Obeje committee report not to appoint Milo.
Okay, so it's very easy for us to look back when they are defeats. Okay, coaching, funny lifestyles. A coach in Inter Milan may be very good. He will lose his job in Inter Milan. He will sit home for some months or some few years. He will get another job and he will excel. That is coaching. Yes, Milovan wrote the best of history. Tama Ghana had him from 2009 right down to the end of 2010. From 2008, to 2010. He wrote the best of history for Ghana. Indeed, after Ghana, no, when your results, like the facts speak to, okay? But also time now, we had to bring in a new coach. It was always imperative for us to have somebody who know the country, who know our culture, and who can just move in straight away, which was always going to be a better option than bringing somebody afresh because we had games in front of us. Okay, so the team looked at Milovan and Rennie Harvey, who is with Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, Rennie Harvey was not available because he was close to qualifying to the Mundial. Okay, so on her side, you say, okay, I mean, he had not achieved with Thailand and Algeria, but he was the best for us at the time.
President, before I ask my next question on Milo, no, Ghanaians will want to know because UTA after your exit from the Afcon now, Milo was trying to give us a hint on the target or sign on the contract concerning the Afcon. Ubetimi have my clarification. What was Milo's target for the Afcon in the contract I was signing?
Let me just say this. Milo's target is not different from target Edema Kotsikiakono. It's not different from target GS Edema Kwesiapia or any other manager of our Black Stars. The target ultimately is to qualify to the Afcon, to present a competitive team at the Afcon, to win the Afcon, to qualify for the World Cup, and to be competitive at the World Cup. It has been the same. And it's also the same for Coach Milovan.
President, with that said, no, doesn't mean say your performance or Afcon we no say it could do maybe say I was say Jamilo Kwaya. It will be easy per the contract you have with him to say encore now before from Ra.
Of course, if he's not met the milestones given all the circumstances, it is very clear.
Oh, okay. And so the mood of the country and pay your name Kojobonsu, former KM boss Kasaye, Yenuanum Joy for any former GFA vice president Georgia Free Kasaye. It seems that there a sizable majority of Ghanaians are more calling for the head of Ore Feni Milovan Rajavat. Or reaction to sa assessing not anything.
Me Okraku made that football no. I want to give respect to Ora Georgia Free and I say Ora Nyao Tamaklo, who've had the chance to serve Ghana at this level of football management. Okay, I don't want to speak to what they have said in public because I have my own opinion. But what I was saying is we have just come back. It's important all of us have cool heads, assess and analyze the situation, and take decisive decisions that will help our football. I want to win. The Minister of Sports wants to win. You want to win. So we have to be honest with each other, assess all the available factors, and take decisive decisions for the forward march of our Black Stars.
President, lastly on the technical team, no, what happened with Otuado and in the situation the entire year for a big tournament we say Afcon as one of your assistant coaches or the Blasters?
Oh, okay. So Otuado, before we brought him to the fray, was engaged and is still a full-time employee of Dortmund. The Blasters' responsibility ensures the coaches will be available during the international break so that they'll be able to honor their national assignment. Unfortunately, Dortmund changed my position on the offering, and that made it impossible for Otuado to join the team. Obviously, but he's a full-time employee of Dortmund. Unless we arrive at a situation where we can offer him a full-time opening, and I say he's willing to depart from Dortmund to take up a full-time opportunity somewhere else.
And the president, learning from this, going forward, are we going to still stick with him, knowing say your chances of getting him for major tournaments, are slim? Are we going to hold on to Otuado or replace him?
Well, I would say let's be patient. It's part of the process now. Discussion now go through. The ESCO will meet soon. We'll meet with the minister. And then, like I said, we'll take decisive decisions on the forward match of our blasters.
Mr. Kurtz, your time can be say a team is as good as the players.
Yeah.
And the ends justify the means.
Yeah.
So, which players are selected for Afcon? Any results are yenya from the Afcon now? Will you say, in your own estimation, we selected the right players for this Afcon year in Cameroon?
Okay, Coach Milo and then Tinka team selected the best available talents for Ghana. Players who were ready to represent their country and players who were ready to fight for glory. Any top player on your part of this squad now means the player was not available to be looked at by the national team. That's why Maka say, let's support these players. The players are made up of 17 debutants. And it's important that we remember this. And these players are the best players we have currently to represent our country. And we need to support them so that they'll be able to come back and feel stronger to represent our country.
President, I say, Omo tournament omo sele omo pay attention to details.
Not necessarily.
One major talking point about players I dey moko Afcon the issue of Mubarak Wakasu. But we found out he was never fit for the games now boy and probably in future he would have been. Do you think we had it right in terms of the medical situation with player Mubarak Wakasu?
Okay, so we have a top medical officer in Dr. Baba. Ghana Football Association, Ghana Football had a chance to register 23 players as demanded by the regulations, or 28, to make your team much bigger to take care of certain unforeseen circumstances, including but not limited to medicals, i.e. COVID. Now, Mubarak Wakasu and to an extension, Kudus have been key members of our blasters. Wakasu had a challenge with the left leg. We were informed and we knew he would be ready for the tournament. Wakasu reported on time for the training camp. In the training camp, on a relapse, and that took him out of the group stages of the competition. And then we are discussing this issue because Ghana didn't make it out of the group stage. Yeah, sure, sir, if we had made it and Wakasu was in the lineup in the quarterfinals, this will not be a subject at all. But we take full responsibility. We decided to go with Wakasu, given the report we had. It's unfortunate he had a relapse in the training camp, and that's the reason why he didn't play in the group stages. But we stand firm by the decision to take him.
President, maybe I drew a crossroad where a lot of deliberations will be done by Muamu Ben team, Muamu taking decisions. Emma Ghana football as to the next stage, the next direction. The blasters nebeko. But in Pempi, to get that decision right, you need to have a clear understanding of the state of your team. Utie Ghana for the golden generation has ended with the demo. Let's focus. We brand the blasters. Start a transition with new players and move. There are some few players be more the old guys now, or more still something to offer. In your own estimation, what is the state of your blasters now? Ebe inform about the next direction.
Okay, so during the era of Okraku, he had a clear plan. He had a clear pathway for the players from the juvenile level or from the youth level to the 18. And because of that, we had a good feeding of talent, especially from 201, where the golden generation obviously started. and 201, 203. That culminated in our appearance at the 206 World Cup. And after that, a few ones joined, and then 2010 were very strong. Now, over time, Ghana couldn't make it to the youth tournaments, whether U17 or U20, and that clearly breached or stopped the pathway and the production cycle of the super talents into the A-team, and that affected the A-team. Now, with age and passage of time, obviously, Samoajans, Sabina Pierce, Suleiman Taris, Kinsons, now we have a new breed of talents coming through. Okay, the new breed of Kofichre, Jiku, Fatao, Kamaldin, Pate coming through. It's important we manage the transition very, very well. A lot more experienced boys like Dede, like Jordan, Dajon, and Mensah are in the squad to help the new generation. And if it is we don't manage this transition well, we need both the experience and the new ones to be together, to stay together for a bit longer period to help this transition. And this is exactly what we are doing. You'll see, in Kamaldin, in Kudus, in Fatao, Kofichre, Pate, we have a group of amazing talents. They need time, they need patience, they need our support to be able to gel and to be a new Asamaja, Suleiman Taris, Semi Appias, etc., etc. Those super talents, those legends were not developed over time, over a short period of time.
President, link with the states, any your future, the concerns about how representative your Ghanaian league when we have a showpiece, we say we needed to show more of the Ghanaian league. Apart from Fatah Okraku, our Obama Dreams FC, any local player be or representing the Ghanaian league at that level, no? In going forward, no, what is the plan for us to have some balance in a way?
I say, yeah, very factual. I mean, I don't remember the last time 5 players directly from the local league have been part of the A-team of the Black Stars at an Afcon. 5 players. 5 players of our local league. To the extent, Bakun Estate, not in very recent times. Okay? So that can clearly say our local league is doing well. For 3+ years, we're not able to play football in this country because of obvious reasons. Now the leagues are back, and 5 of the players made it to the squad to the Afcon. Fatah Ishaku started the game against the Comoros. This is a big plus for our domestic league. And it tells you clearly say we are in the right way. We need more investment, we need patience, and we will get there. Okay? I mean, we should be proud to say 5 of our boys made it to the Afcon. We should be proud to say Fatah Ishaku started a game for the Black Stars. I mean, the first outfield player in so many years to start a Black Stars game in a competitive game. Usually, the entire team is dominated by players who play in foreign leagues. That's a fact. Usually, you have more defensive-minded players having an opening in the first level of our Black Stars. But an outfield player in the person of Fatah from our local league is playing. This is a big plus for us.
President, another letter from the Ministry of Youth and Sports on Friday. There's an emergency meeting with the Ghana Football Association to look into matters of the Afcon. What expectations was our meeting here then?
Oh, well, I think it's very important. All of us involved in the game of football, especially with our Black Stars, do engage. Oman Penin, Nanado, Honors Mayen, through the Sector Ministry to represent Ghana. And it's important when we are back, we report back to him. Namia Doma will meet, and with cool heads, we'll talk through all the steps that we're taking, the campaign, and what has to be done going forward. I'm very positive.
Okay, Mr. President, you found here, that's a part of your time. ano pɛni so ai busy on ma chi kra na bedu badin nem no wa cha omre kakra oni akasa no pɛnya mi sure pa
me da si bebe me trouble bia me tramunya Asante-Man for all the support for not only our blasters but all our national teams. Unfortunately, no team no anyade, and it's so unfortunate. On behalf of the players in Yano, we are very sorry about this. But this is the time that we need everybody to be behind the team. This is our blasters. And yeah, effort, the energy, and ever push the team no, to the levels that we desire. To the massive.
All right, that's it. Mr. Okraku and